Most people think cancer is genetic or just bad luck. But in reality, 40% of cancer cases are directly linked to what you put in your mouth every day. Not all foods are created equal, though. So which foods are secretly feeding cancer cells in your body? Why are our favorite eats also cancer's favorites? And most importantly, how do you protect yourself without eating like a rabbit? In short, today we're talking about the 5 worst foods silently turning your body into a perfect breeding ground for cancer and smarter swaps. This video pulls from multiple scientific studies. If you have questions or corrections, drop a comment below so we can discuss. And hello, for anyone new to my channel, I'm Dr. Saul Whitman, Chief Medical Officer at the Northern Institute for Society Wellness. For over 35 years, I've treated thousands of patients with heart disease, atherosclerosis, strokes, and high blood pressure. My channel shares free health knowledge and tips to save you a ton on doctor visits and live confidently into old age. Let's dive in. In 2018, the World Health Organization did something the American food industry hated. They classified processed meats, bacon, sausage, smoked meats, in the same group as cigarettes and asbestos. Group 1 carcinogen. That means convincing evidence it causes cancer. But here's the kicker. We Americans eat about 18 pounds of processed meat per year on average. That's 73 pounds of bacon, or 292 hot dogs. And that's just one of many things we're eating without realizing we're feeding cancer cells in our bodies. Cancer cells don't just appear out of nowhere one fine morning. They need a specific environment to thrive, like fertile soil. And guess what creates that fertile soil? The stuff we eat every day. The problem isn't just processed meat, though. There are 4 other foods more common, more dangerous, that most Americans eat without knowing. And how they feed cancer is sneakier than you think. Number 1. Sugar and sugary drinks. First up, the sweetest on the list, refined sugar and sugary drinks. Imagine chugging a 12-ounce Coke. You've just dumped 39 grams of sugar into your body, equal to 10 teaspoons. But that's not the biggest issue. The real problem is what happens next. When sugar floods your blood, your pancreas pumps out massive insulin to handle it. Insulin doesn't just regulate blood sugar, though. It's a powerful growth hormone, especially for breast, prostate, and colorectal cancer cells. And there's another twist. Your liver turns fructose, the sugar in high fructose corn syrup, into a special fat called lysophosphatidylcholines, or LPCs. Cancer cells love this stuff. A December 2024 study from the National Cancer Institute showed LPCs make tumors grow much faster, even in mice that didn't gain weight. It sounds crazy, but here's the key. It's not obesity causing cancer here. It's the sugar directly fueling cancer cells. Smarter swap. Plain water, unsweetened herbal tea, or stevia if you really need sweet. Best bet, gradually kick the sweet tooth. Number 2, processed meat. Now back to processed meat, what the WHO called out. Bacon, sausage, hot dogs, smoked meats, deli meats. Why so dangerous? First, nitrites and nitrates preservatives added for that pretty pink color and longer shelf life. When you eat it, nitrites mix with proteins in your stomach to form nitroso compounds. These are potent carcinogens that directly attack DNA in your gut lining cells. Second, smoking creates polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or PAHs. These molecules stick to the meat and cause gene mutations once inside you. Then there's heme, an iron compound naturally in red meat. When heme breaks down in your gut, it makes more nitroso compounds. That's why even unprocessed red meat is WHO Group 2, probably carcinogenic. A July 2025 Nature Medicine study found no safe level for processed meat. Just 1 hot dog a day boosts type 2 diabetes risk by 11% and colorectal cancer by 10%. Smarter swap. White fish, unprocessed chicken or turkey, or plant options like tofu or tempeh. If you must have red meat, pick unprocessed and limit to under 18 ounces a week. Number 3, ultra-processed foods. Processed meat isn't the worst though. Now, ultra-processed foods, or UPFs. These have more than 5 unpronounceable ingredients. Packaged cookies, crunchy snacks, instant noodles, frozen pizza, bottled sauces, breakfast cereals. A June 2023 Nature Medicine review of 60 studies concluded high UPF intake significantly raises risks for digestive and hormone-related cancers, especially colorectal and breast. What's the issue? First, additives, emulsifiers, preservatives, artificial colors, synthetic flavors, they spark chronic inflammation, mess with hormones, and wreck your gut microbiome. Studies show high UPF eaters have elevated IL-6 levels, an inflammation marker tied to nearly every tumor stage, from initiation to metastasis. Second, endocrine disruptors like BPA and phthalates from plastic packaging. They mimic hormones, causing epigenetic changes, altering how genes work without changing DNA. Super risky for hormone-sensitive cancers like breast and prostate. And the twist, a randomized trial showed UPF eaters automatically consume more calories and gain weight, even without trying. UPFs are neurologically addictive by design. Smarter swap. Whole foods you can trace: veggies, fruits, whole grains, beans, nuts. If labeled, pick under 5 pronounceable ingredients. Number 4, fried and deep fried foods. Next, America's favorite fried stuff: French fries, fried chicken, crispy potato chips, onion rings. Seems harmless, just frying, right? The issue isn't the oil. It's high heat frying, often over 180 degrees Celsius. At that temp, a reaction forms acrylamide, especially in starchy foods like potatoes. Acrylamide is a strong mutagen. It hits DNA directly, blocks cell repair, and creates a perfect cancer playground. Then reused frying oil. Each reheat produces toxic oxidized products and free radicals. These unstable molecules attack cell membranes, damage DNA, and drive chronic inflammation, all cancer fertilizer. If it's partially hydrogenated oil, still common in fast food, you get trans fats too. They don't just cause heart disease, they raise cancer risk via inflammation and oxidative stress. Smarter swap: bake, steam, boil, or low heat stir fry. If frying, use avocado or extra virgin olive oil, lower temps, and never reuse. Number 5, alcohol. Finally, the one nobody wants to hear: alcohol. Beer, wine, liquor. All the same for cancer. When you drink, your liver turns it into acetaldehyde. That's a DNA-damaging toxin that blocks cell repair. Damaged DNA is cancer's first step. Acetaldehyde then turns to acetate via oxidation, creating unstable molecules that harm cells and fuel chronic inflammation linked to cancer. Plus hormones, alcohol spikes, estrogen levels. That's why even one drink a day raises women's breast cancer risk. Industry secret: January 2025, health experts confirmed no safe alcohol level for cancer risk. Not moderate is okay, 0 is safe. Alcohol links to at least 7 cancers: mouth, throat, larynx, esophagus, liver, colon, and breast. Prioritize: plain water, herbal tea, lemon water. For fancy, unsweetened kombucha or homemade mocktails. How do insulin and the cancer environment work? Why do all these foods cause cancer the same way? The answer is insulin. Most spike a hyperinsulinemic state: too much insulin in your blood. Layer 1, insulin resistance. Constant sugar, ultra-processed foods, and refined starches make cells insulin resistant. Your pancreas pumps more insulin to compensate. A monkey study showed 100% on high fructose diets got resistant in just 6 to 12 months. Layer 2, insulin as a growth hormone. Cancer cells, especially breast, prostate, colorectal, have way more insulin receptors than normal cells. They super respond to insulin. Basically, it fertilizes tumors. Layer 3, IGF-1 and angiogenesis. Insulin boosts IGF-1 insulin-like growth factor. IGF-1 grows tumors via angiogenesis, new blood vessels to feed them, and metastasis to other organs. Layer 4, chronic inflammation. Hyperinsulinemia creates low-grade chronic inflammation you don't feel but destroys from inside. It suppresses T cells, immune hunters that kill cancer cells. In short, the vicious cycle. Bad foods cause blood sugar spikes, Then insulin surges, then inflammation and cell growth, creating a perfect cancer environment, and you crave more bad food. It loops. A study found colorectal cancer patients on high insulin diets had higher recurrence and shorter survival. But high whole grains and fiber cut bladder cancer risk. This isn't just prevention, it's survival. Look at Okinawa, Japan, world's lowest cancer rates. They eat 80% plant foods, fish, little red meat, no processed meat, no sugary drinks, no ultra-processed. Average American, 80% calories from ultra-processed. Result? 4 to 5 times higher cancer rates. Not coincidence. The big insight: cancer doesn't grow overnight. It needs a specific environment built meal by meal, drink by drink, over years. The 5 foods we covered: sugar, processed meat, ultra-processed, fried stuff, alcohol, all create the same toxic setup: chronic inflammation, high insulin, DNA damage, weak immunity. But good news, your body recovers amazingly. Stop fueling inflammation and it fades. Stop spiking insulin and cells resensitize. Stop DNA hits and natural repair kicks in. You don't need perfection, just better. Swap one by one. Bacon for chicken, soda for water, packaged snacks for nuts, fried for baked, nightly drinks for herbal tea. Each small choice votes for your desired future. Over time, they add up to a healthier, longer, disease-free life. What do you think of these foods? Any surprise you? Comment below. Let's discuss. I'm Dr. Saul Whitman. Subscribe and hit the bell for free medical knowledge to live healthier and longer. See you in the next video.